So when it comes to applying our understanding of systems of linear equations into solving real-world application problems, including our business application problems, then there are a few guidelines that we can follow. In my experience, it is always best and the first priority to be able to identify the variables. And identifying the variables includes finding out how many there are, or as well as naming the variables. And once we have successfully identified all the variables that being addressed in the problem, then the next step here is to, and this step number 2 right here could be also quite challenging, express the relationship among the variables as equations, and certainly linear equations. And this step is equivalent to, in many other people's terms, derive the equations. There has never been any hard rules about how we can express these equations. It's all about we have to look as detailed as we can to identify all the relationships among the variables and express them as equations. And we can also use this rule of thumb to check right here. A rule of thumb to ensure that we're under the correct guideline right here. But if we have identified n variables, say 3 variables, 2 variables, 5 variables, that's what n is for. So if we have identified, once again, n variables, then we should be able to also identify the n relationship. Even so, being a rule of thumb, this is still not a strict rule. But most of the time, this is what we should be looking for.